Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. Today we are going to conduct a debate. Our topic is culture doesn't make a perfect person. So, as a leader, I would like to introduce my team. First, I am Nadev, the leader of this team, and second, Kaudhyaya, Chaturre, Vidula, Pavasara, Binuti, and Hasini Akka. Over to other.
Good evening, everyone. Today we are going to conduct a debate based on culture. Our topic is culture. Culture can make a perfect person to the society. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. I am Moshada, and I am Moshada, the leader of this team. And second one is Travishtakka. With me, Yasindu, Ruvindu, Tarul, Tenuki are my team members. Over to other team.
Thank you, Ashida. When you think of this culture, first of all, I will define what is a culture. Actually, culture means a combination of the religion and language, how we live and how we interact with each other. So, commonly that is known as culture. Then, when you think of our country, there are four main cultures and so many subcultures in our country. And when you think of foreign countries, in foreign countries also there are multicultural countries, as well as India and Canada are multicultural country. uh, First of all, I would like to tell that how this culture affect to human being. Sometimes someone can think that this culture uh, is like an implement that give a big harmful to people. It's mean, when you think of religious side, a lot of people have a lot of rules and regulation in this religion. It's mean, when you think of Catholicism, they must go to the church every week. And also, when you think of Muslim people, if we give some harmful effect to their culture, they kill us. When if I take an example, I think you all can remember that in foreign country there was a manager of a company, and there was a poster about their religion. Then after that manager uh, got that poster, after that all the Muslim people in that country killed that man. So like that, there are so many unjust things happen because of this culture. Not only that, in ancient time we all are used to use lot of cultural side. It's mean, our own language, that's what we use in Mathura and those sites. But nowadays we don't use. In Sri Lanka, we used to use Sinhala and sometimes English. Then there's a big difference between the old culture and new culture. Then we if there's a change in a culture, there's no mean, however it's get so many bad effect to human being, because day by day that culture is changing. Then not only that, when we think of our history, we have big documented history in our country as Sri Lankans. We have proudly we can tell that we had 3000 back history. So in that history there was so many murders between kings and the ancient people, between ancient people. Then there were so many murders, and that's what we learn in colleges and schools. Then if a child learned those things, that child also used to do a lot of murders and bad antisocial acts. Then if we want to stop doing those things, we should stop this labeling cultures. Then that's the first point that we want to get into our heart. And after, when we think of our ancient people, they always used to use our indigenous clothes. When we think of our indigenous saram and our own t-shirt, we always used to wear that in ancient time. But nowadays everyone use foreigners clothes instead of our indigenous one. Then that also affect this culture very badly. And if we change this culture also change our mind. And we don't want to surrender to this culture, because culture also made by human. So we are the one who change that culture, so we can do everything that we think. Then there should not be any rules and regulations that interact with this culture. If not, it will be the world end. And also, I think you all know our country is a third world country. So as a country, there are so many rules and regulations than other countries, because this is not a well developed country. Then at that time, this culture affect very badly to country like Sri Lanka. Then however, we should know to prevent from this culture, because this culture affect very badly to this society and young generation. So at last I want to tell, this culture can't make a perfect person, and this culture is that change this all the human being and this culture. Thank you.
When we talk about culture, firstly we should know which has base to make culture. Culture is based on society. Culture has traditional and our inspirational things from our past, and also we can see that the culture is all around the world. That Italy, Spain, Japan, UK and US are the top 5 countries that has the best culture. And also when we talk about culture, our culture goes to the past of our country. Since kings ruined our country, this culture has been made. And also when we have this culture, we can be a mannered person to the society. And also if we have a culture that has traditional things, we can say that this is our own production. And also we can see that the culture is mainly used to make people's life easier and very mannered. And also as we can see, this since kings ruined our country had a good culture. Like those we celebrate Vesak, like Tamil people celebrate Diwali, and like that vibrant functions are celebrated by those people. And also our country has a good culture. To prove that, we have evidence. So our country's culture is based on Buddhism. Buddhism means our main religion in Sri Lanka. And also so many people are Buddhist in our country. And also our education system also based on our culture, because we have our own things in our books. And also we can see that in history we can see that so many paintings, and Sigiri also one of the main cultural thing in our country. And also if we talk about Italy is also a cultural country which has beautiful arts and food items such as pizza and pasta. And these beautiful arts are done by Leonardo da Vinci and Mr. Michael. And also we can see that if a country doesn't have a culture, that country has nothing. It means if that country hasn't a culture, it means that country has not a good history. And also if we, proudly we can say that our country has a good culture, and our country had a good culture. So I think this culture can make a good person for the society. Over to other team.
Good evening everyone. Today I am going to talk about something about culture, and I need to tell something to you. if we get a culture, a lot of people have to follow this culture as a system, because they have a competitive and some of regular things for developing the citizens and the civilizations between these cultures. But if we think this, there must be very competitive regular things. At that time, a lot of people are there who are creative, and they must make some of innovations for their future. But unfortunately, because of these rules and regulations, they can't be a great person for the society. Furthermore, they can't be a good person for the society. If someone want to be a good person for the society, they must use some of knowledge which is between their brain and the mind. But unfortunately, if we get this culture can't help a person for that. Not only that, but also the some of religions are there, but we can't tell, because of the religions can't make a good person with the culture, because they are as I know, we can't make there can't be a big combination between religion and culture. But if we think of these cultures and religions is in a higher place more than culture. But unfortunately, lot of people are there who can't even understand the difference between culture and religion. We can't depend on culture as a religion, because culture can't help a person to be a good person for the society. If we get a good person must be attend with the knowledge and the educational side. At that time, they can make lot of innovations and create creative things for the future additionally. But unfortunately, culture can't make a person like that. Not only that, but also there are a lot of fallacies and fictions which are in these people's brain, and there are very lower developed cultures all around the world. At that time, they can be forced for struggling or protesting for their culture's development. But unfortunately, we can't give a chance, and we can't give a chance for these people occasionally, because all the people must have same rights, and they must attend with the society with the same rights. At that time, they can feel the similar things which is between people. At that time, they can be a good person for the society. Not only that, the government also can make a great person for the society by using educational sites and some of creative sites which are in these places. But unfortunately, people think this culture as a fundamental topic for the whole things. At that time, they can't even have a great occasion to be a great person for the society, because these people can do lot of things against to the agendas and policies. At that time, they can't attend with the real governors. At that time, they can't make a good country with the culture. Then I think culture can't make a good person for the society. Not only that, these people will attend with the nepotism. If they attend with the nepotism will be spread all around the world. At that time, anyone can't be a good person for the society because of these problems which are given by the culture. Over to Adoti.
Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to talk about culture. Culture has so many definitions. Culture determines a person and his personality. When a person grows up in a cultural background, then his personality adopts into that culture and he becomes a person of that culture. Sri Lanka is a multicultural country and we are living in Sri Lanka. There are some cultures called the Sinhalese, Tamil, Muslim, Berbers, and etc. In those cultures, people follow many things. They hold cultural functions and they have cultural foods according to their own culture, and they have clothes according to their culture. So there are so many cultural differences in Sri Lanka, and it is such a great fact for our country. As we all know, the main earning point of our country, the main earning point of dollars for our country is tourism, and so many tourists are attracted to our country because of our Sri Lankan culture. And culture has so many benefits, and culture has so many benefits for our country, but culture has so many benefits on us too, because it helps us to create a better community with others, with the society. When a person is being socialized, he is taught to become a good person in Sinhala culture. As I know, I am a Sinhalese, and our culture is always based on the religion which is Buddhist. They are our leader is Lord Buddha, and as he has told, we are all taught to be kind, to be a good person, to be understanding about others, and to understand others' sorrows and happiness as well. Then we should be able to control our lives with a better manner when we are living in our culture. They teach us to be good, and they teach us to be patient, as well as being a good being they teach us how to become a good person, and they also teach us the benefits of being a good person for the society, and that would make a well mannered and a good person for the society. And by doing that, people will always do people will always have that perspective of being a better person for the society. In Western countries, so many people don't follow culture, which means they are antisocial activities in their countries are being increased. And in Sri Lanka, there are not so many people who are doing these kind of antisocial activities, and they are behaving themselves, and that is a good thing for our country, and that is a good effect of a culture. So I think that culture can make a better person for the society. Thank you. Over to Aditi.
As I think we follow the culture, then we will be cultural people, but we follow the education, then that time we will be educated people. But as I think the culture is good, but sometimes that is not good, because that is only our cultural thing, like foods, some wares, and like those things. But in our education, that has many things for our future. Then that because of that, we do education, we will be a good person like doctor, teacher, and many things, many likes job. But we do cultural thing, that time we haven't job. But culture is good. But culture is good, but culture can't make a good person for society. Then many years ago, King Vijay came our country. Then that time our country had culture, but that is traditional culture. Then that time our kings made many things like tanks and temple and etc. But they do only that things. But now in our educated people made many things like buildings. Those are very creative things for our world. Not only that, again I tell, culture can't make a good person for our society. Over to Aditi.
Good evening, everyone. Today our topic is culture. Culture means the things we are following. First of all, I want to tell culture can make a good person if that person follow that culture from their childhood. Actually, they can be a good person to society. We always celebrated our festivals that we have. Then we can know about our festivals and our cultural things. And also, if I talk about other foreign countries, they also have culture, but they always don't use these cultural things because they always think this culture is not very useful things. Then they always do lots of bad things, and they always use drugs, and they always do lots of things that we don't want do. But in Sri Lanka, lots of people don't do that, and lots of people don't go to bad side because they always follow culture. uh, in present, lots of people use this culture, but youngers and teenagers, they don't care about this culture because they think this culture is not important thing and not useful things. If I tell about culture, this culture is actually time to time this culture is changing, and if we practice this culture in our childhood, in future we can be a good we can be good persons to society, and in future we can do lots of things to society. Then I think culture can make a good person to society. Over to Aditi.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, let's see what's the meaning of culture. The language, customs, festivals, and their foods are included in the culture. Actually, this culture is based on the society. There are a lot of kind of people are in the Sri Lanka, like Muslim, Catholic, Sinhala, and Tamil peoples. And also there are a lot of festivals and foods according to their culture. And also there are a lot of institutions are in the Sri Lanka for maintain the society, like religion, political, and familiars institutions in the Sri Lanka. And also if we recommend the culture, we haven't good mentally and physically relaxed, because in the Sri Lanka a lot of people think differently for their development. If we in the mentally problem, if we in a mentally problem, we can't think differently and get good idea from our mind. So we if we follow this culture, we can't do our day-to-day works correctly and cleanly. At last, I would like to tell, this culture never created a man, but the man needs create this culture. Thank you.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. Today I am going to talk about the culture. I think culture is a very important thing to a society, because culture help us to be a good person. There are a lot of cultures in the world, and we all respect to the each cultures also. Uh, Sri Lanka also a multicultural country, because we can see lot of cultural people in the Sri Lanka. Sinhala, Tamil, Burgher, and Muslim people are examples. We all live together in a country, but in the 1983 there was a big revolution between the Sinhala and Tamil people, because of the misunderstanding of uh, each others. Uh, but everyone says this happened because of the cultural problems. It is wrong. After a few years, uh, Sinhala and Tamil people became to friends because of the cultural relationships. Uh, so uh, culture teach to us lot of things. Uh, uh, Culture teach to us conserve the resources, and culture teach to us to be patriotic also, and also uh, and also in our childhood also, culture helps to us to be a good person step by step. Then we can be a good person. Not only this thing, in the school also we take education without thinking about the each cultures. That's the good side of the culture, because we don't uh, blame to other cultures, and we all respect to the other cultures. Not only this thing, there are a lot of antisocial activities, and lot of wars happen in the world in the ancient time also. Actually, everyone says this thing also happened because of the cultural problems. I think it is wrong. These wars and antisocial activities happen because of the people, because people are greedy to power. Then they always try to take the power. uh, but culture helps to us to be a good person. So my idea is, this culture is a very important thing to a society, because culture can create a good person to the society or to the other team.
Good evening, my dear friend. Today, actually, I think culture means life method. There are many items, religion, clothes, language, etc. Actually, Sri Lanka is a multicultural country, and if we think about Buddhist people, they celebrate Vesak, uh, Poson, and if we think about our Catholic people, they celebrate Christmas, and uh, uh, yeah, and if we heard in history, we have traditional culture method, uh, and uh, I think we have good culture system in our history, but now we haven't good culture system, because many cultures do many antisocial activities now. It is the problem in our country. And if we think about foreign countries, many countries are multicultural countries, and they haven't good culture. But Sri Lanka hasn't good culture system now, because and if we think about, and now we can't build our person by using our culture. And if we think about our culture and education, gave same thing for us, and our we can build our personality by using our education. And I think education is good. We must follow our education system, and but now we can't build our country by using this culture system. And if we follow our education system, and we can uh, get many advantages, and we can build our personality and we can build our country. uh, but and I think our culture, we can build our we must change our culture system, and uh, then we can get a lot of advantages. And I think now culture system can't build good person in our future. And over to other team.
Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to talk about culture can make a good citizen to society. Let's see what is the culture. Uh, a person who is E.B. Tyler told about culture. He told our day-to-day life works, and our clothes, our foods, everything is our culture. And among the culture's items, religion is the main thing, main part of the culture. And when we get religion, religion is very important to culture. In past, as a background of Buddhist people, there is so many uh, uh, Buddhist uh, Buddhist people in society, in our past society, and they follow Buddhist, and they follow Nirvana to uh, for their life, make their life better. And uh, that is Buddhist people culture. But in modern society, we can see they don't follow the those things. They remove culture from their life, as other uh, foreign countries people. They every time think about that. They think they only want be live in world happily and freely. Then I think without culture, there is no any rules to our life. Uh, Only with that, with those rules, we can control our society. When we get so many uh, bad things in our society, we can't control those things. As foreign countries, we can see those things in foreign countries, but in Sri Lanka we can see it, they control those things. However, uh, among the culture, then I think this culture can make a good citizen to society or to other things.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the culture doesn't make a good person to the society. First of all, we have to know about what is meant by the culture. Culture is a thing that the people who are live all around the world follow. And the culture is consists of many traditions, customs, and many beliefs. In the past, all the people in the past live according to the culture, but in the present, it is not suitable because in the modern culture is filled of bad things such as using liquor, stealing, smuggling, uh, like that things. And because of that, the small students also using liquors, and they are not focusing they are not focusing their mind to their studies. And in Sri Lankan, people try to copy the foreign culture, they are trying to use liquors, but in the foreign countries, the people use liquors to decrease the temperature in their countries, but Sri Lankan people use it as a style. And in the because of this culture, if the good peoples also turns into bad peoples by because of these bad things in this culture. And the culture has many rules and regulations. If we think about the beliefs in the culture, there are so many beliefs, such as if we in past, if we are going to find herbal plants, we have to to find them in night, but it is not suitable for the society, and they worship rocks, plants as their gods. And they look horoscopes also. And in the modern society, the people who are following the culture don't have a space, but the people who are educated have space, because in the world is full of the most educated people, but the society con the people who are only live according to the culture, because I think culture doesn't make a good person to the society, because the modern society is full of bad things. Over to Aditi.
Good evening, everyone. A person behaves according to the culture from his schedule to give. No person can be in isolation without a culture. The term culture is defined by different anthropologists called Professor Vimal Dissanayake and E.B. Tyler. Actually, the culture's meaning is totality of everything, like living habits, clothes, behavioral patterns, and everything else, etc. When there are different types of cultures, like national culture, regional culture, global culture, and many more types of cultures. When we talk about culture, the advantage points of this culture, like well-mannered culture, that means cultural good ideas and well manners. Because of this manners, people have better relationship with the persons who are in another culture, and also we develop many qualities, and we gain experiences also. And the skills the examples for skills, modesty, altruism, and many more. The Easter's attack, 2019, it was happened because of that a lot of Christian people died, and so because of that the Muslim culture was condemned by Christian people, but after some time it is revealed that it was done by another politician. So because of these cultural conflicts happen, and we should not let them happen. Because of these conflicts, world wars can occur. In a summary, this so by considering above all facts, I state that culture creates a good citizen for the society or planet.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. Today our topic is culture does not create a good person to the society. Sri Lanka has many cultures. There are Buddhist, Christian, Tamil, and Muslim. According to the culture of the past, people believed invisible forces. They worship inanimate natural things like trees, rocks, sun, and moon. Some groups hunted wild animals illegally according to the culture of the country. Then wild animals such as rabbits, wild boars, elks will extinct will will extinct. In then today, for the photosynthesis process in the biosphere has been affect the people of the today. The people of today also follow the actions done according to the past culture. They do all actions based on past culture. They do not force their own development. Also today, 99% of Western culture has entered to our culture today. People do all things in Western culture immediately without find them deeply. Western culture has many bad aspects for our country. They also follow the informal style of clothing. It is not suitable for our country. Today many people do not respect to their parents and adults and clergy. In my opinion, culture does not create a good person. Hand over to others.
Good evening, everyone. Today our topic is does culture create a good person to society? First of all, what is mean by culture? Culture means the beliefs, expressions, and knowledge which are observed by people called culture. There are many cultures in our world, and also there are multicultural countries. Japan, China, Sri Lanka, and India example for that. And when we talk about culture, there are many festivals and many ethnics in our culture. In Sri Lanka, there are four main ethnics: Sinhalese, Tamil, Muslims, and burger, etc. And there are many festivals and religions also. Vesak festival, Pasan and Asala are example for that. When we talk about the benefits from culture, there are many benefits from culture to our society and our life. Culture teaches us how to respect elders, how to respect others' expressions, how to respect leaderships, and there are many of them. And when we talk about other cultures in other countries, there are good qualities and bad qualities also. When we talk about good qualities in other countries, culture, they are greeting with the bow. It is very formal. And when in Japan, if their transport service was late, they will say sorry to the passengers who are travel by that transport service. It is very suitable in these days, because some people are not respecting others, then they are arguing about that, then it becomes war. In Black July incidents is a good example for that. I think culture create a good person to society, but the way people think, the way people observe that culture, and the way people think about culture is, we have to get different. According to my opinion, culture create a good citizen to society. Thank you.
Thank you, Thenuki. So, Nadu, I do have a question to ask from you. What thing do you prefer prefer over the culture that can make a good person?
I prefer, as I know, I think education can make a perfect person than this culture. In ancient time, I think we used this culture-based education, mainly culture. It's mean how to fight with each other, and about religion we learned those things. But there wasn't a good development of this world, and we didn't find any new things. And there, as I know, there wasn't even a new thinker. So now after we little by little interact this education without this culture, at that time there were so many free thinkers, and there are so many new things like machines and robotic gadgets because of this education, and we can't go to degree level using this culture. So that's the bitter truth that you want to understand. And I want to ask you, is this culture effect to our knowledge, and how can we improve our knowledge through this culture? It's mean, can you earn money?
Yes, actually, we can earn money because your team members have told that our dresses. So through those dresses we can earn money. So if we sell our own cultural dresses, so many people are there to buy them. So that through that we can earn money. And also I want to ask you that what is the negative point in this culture that can that impact for a person that who are going to be a good person?
As I know, in ancient time, we all know who delivered this Lord Buddha. Actually, this Lord Buddha also delivered by a female. But nowadays, we don't give the place for female. When you think of religion side, in Lord Buddha's philosophy also, we didn't give a good place for female, even men. When past days I went to Ruwanelsia in Anuradhapura, and at that time there was a small shed. Even only men can go inside. female can't. It's mean that this culture mean the written history. We all are having a written history, but this at that time we can identify this culture and this all the things mean actually a gossip. If not, that's not the real truth. So at that time, when we learn in colleges and schools, we learn that Lord Buddha said not to go females inside. Then I want to tell at that time we can't make a good society with this culture and this religion.
Actually, Nadu, he didn't give the places for the women because he saw that the female monks were not will not exist in the future. That's why. And also, I want to ask you that if education can give a better can make a good person, but what is the use of this culture? And also I want to ask you that if education makes this, but the education is also based on the culture, because in education we learn so many cultural things such as our religional things in our religion subject. So this education is also based on culture. It is made by the culture. Over to other team.
And I need to tell something to you guys, Kanangi. You told about the Catholics and you told about the Sinhala culture. If we get the Sinhala culture, it must have two parts, which is Buddhism and the Catholics. At that time, Buddhism can't be related to religion culture, to Sinhala culture always. At that time, what happens to Catholic?
In ancient times, only Sinhalese people only followed the religion called Buddhism. But as British people invaded our country, their culture also came into our country, and that's why Sinhalese people tried to follow Catholicism too, but they are not. Now they are actually an official part of Sinhalese culture, but actually it's not a huge part. Most of them are Buddhist, but there are some people who are Catholic. But most Sinhalese people follow the religion which is Buddhism.
As you told, Western people don't even have a culture and they don't even respect to the people who are elder. At that time, they must respect them and they must have a culture. Also, the Master also told that USA, Japan, England are the most greatest country of culture. At that time, we can understand how they are dependent on the culture and they must have a culture. But as you told, they haven't a culture. But not only that, you also told about the Western people invaded us, and we also get a part of them. But unfortunately, you also told the Western people who have a culture to make a big range between their countries.
Actually, in my speech, I told about the people who are living in Western countries and who don't follow a culture. That's what I was talking about, and I think you did not understand my point. And there are people who follow a culture in Western countries, and they have good manners. They are taught to be good, and as the culture is impacting on them, they can be a good person for the society.
I can't know the thing which you have mentioned in your mind, because I can't make some of reflections between us. But unfortunately, as you told, you didn't tell about the people who have follows the cultures in Western countries. But as you told, a lot of people are there in Western countries and they don't even follow these cultures and they don't even respect to the elders. But unfortunately, if we get this, also is the point which I want to show you. At that time you will have a very big and a feeble fact in your brain, but unfortunately you need to understand how this culture can make a person as a good person. But these some of traditional things like food, some of dresses and the clothes can't make a good person for the society, but these people can make a big economical sites for their country. But these people, if these people follow, they can't do this by using these traditional things.
First of all, I want you to understand what is culture. Culture is not actually on not only clothes, foods, and other things. It is there are so many other sides which we haven't talked yet, which are like rules, regulations, manners, and the traditions that which are coming from the ancient times. Those are everything is considered as our culture. Culture plays a huge role in our lives. We are raised according to our culture. So I think that culture can actually make a better person for the society. Over to Aditi.
We all know time to time culture is changing. Then culture can change people also, and at that time culture can change people's behaviors. Then unfortunately you always tell culture can't change people and culture can't make good person. Then I want to ask, why do you tell like that, and what's the reason for that?
Because of I tell that is because of the culture we can't be good people for our society. We want to learn, and we then that time we can be a good person. But then in now situation our people learn, and they make many towers like Lotus Tower. Then with use those cultural side we can't do that. Then what do you think about that?
You always talk about education. Yes, in present we can see lots of educated person, but unfortunately, lots of educated person spend their life in jail. That's the thing I want to show you. In lots of educated person go to jail because of they have done lots of wrong things. Then if that person follow that culture and actually they haven't go to jail, then what do you think?
Then I think culture is good, but that culture can't make a good person for our society.
How do you tell like that?
Because of culture there is only our behaviors and many things only. But educated people had good education for their life, and they can do many things that they want.
But that educated persons went to jail because of their wrong behaviors. Then if that person change their behaviors, they can good be that person can be a good person. Then
in the 1983 the wars happened because of the cultural problem. So at that time we can understand this culture is not a good thing for be developed.
I think your idea is wrong because in the 1983 there was a Black July incident. Then there are a lot of Sinhala and Tamil people fight with each others for a misunderstanding of the culture. But after a few years these both sides became friends because of they get know correctly about the cultural relationship.
But that happened in the long time. There was a long time to be friends.
But I think yes, there was this war. In this war, there are a lot of people had to die because they don't think about the each others. They didn't think about the each others. That's the thing. What do you think about it?
Because of this lot of people die. So how do you tell this culture can develop a person?
Actually, culture can develop a person. The problem is these Sinhala and Tamil people couldn't understand about the uh, reality. Thought they thought out of the culture, and they try to catch our country because they are Indian people. Uh, then then we can understand they came to for a power. They came for a power.
Actually, this Black July incident happened because of this reason. The Sinhala people have a lot of customs, rules and regulations, and lot of any other things. And also, the Tamil people also have like these things. This incident happened because of Tamil people can't match Sinhala people rules and other things, and also Sinhala people didn't understand Tamil people's the lot of things. So this is the reason for this incident be happen.
Actually, I think your idea is wrong because uh, in this incident there are a lot of common places destroyed by the Tamil people because they need to show they are the most powerful people in the Sri Lanka. That's the thing. But now we have a good friendship with Tamil people, and now we all celebrate the Sinhala and Tamil New Year Day happily. So this is over now. What do you think about it?
This problem is enough. Also, they are told this culture is based on education also.
No, I think it is wrong because he didn't say that. He didn't say like that.
Can you prove it? He said education is based on culture.
I think your idea is wrong because in the school also we take education without thinking about the culture. Then we all take education correctly with each without thinking about the each cultures because we all work together all to the other team.
In your point, Nadu, you told that education is better than culture, but in education we don't learn everything because we learn only books, only theory, but we need practical knowledge. This practical knowledge is given by the culture. So if we have a culture, we can see that there will be so many good people.
And as I know, there are so many practical sides in this theory that
yes, they are only our tests. Like in science.
No, when you think of science, there are so many experiments, and health science, there are so many practical sides.
They are
in this sport.
They are not useful for.
When you think of PDS, there are so many practical sides. So when you consider
but
those
they are only
big part of practical side.
In the board,
if you then that's what we want. If you live.
But education is not teaching us life. Culture is for teaching
all the cultures must have some of fallacies and fictions, but it can't be always attend with the truth, and it can't be consistent with the truth always. At that time, as a person, he must consistent with the real science, and he must understand about the body. If the body is consistent with lot of diseases and infections, and there must be lot of people who have to die because of these bad materials and the infection. But
if we think about this science, it can help all the people, but a lot of people can't, who are attending the culture can't make a person who can live a good life without a cancer by using these cultural regulations and systems.
That culture is showing us how to live. They are showing by those fictions and legends, by those things, they are always giving us a message to live as a good person.
But education also teach how to live. It's mean how to use technological
But
devices
the theory
and
is
how
very complicated, and some students don't even understand. There are so many students who
Yes,
fail in our classes, and that's what
but
I'm trying to tell now.
then that's not a problem of this education.
But with the healthy body, healthy physical body, we can't live. We want a good, healthy mental also.
Yes, that's why as a subject we learn this Buddhism or something religion.
But
so that's
that
not
is
culture.
related to
Culture
culture.
is combination of those all the things. That's not culture.
Then
Try to
that's a
understand.
part of culture.
That's a part of
That's
culture,
maybe a
but
part of culture as
that's
well.
not culture. The combination of those all the things is made.
If it is a part of culture, then how could you call it not a part of culture?
I am telling culture can't make a perfect person. That's a part of culture and education. Combination of those two things makes a perfect
we
person.
can understand it by using the rapes and antisocial acts between the whole around the world, and a lot of people are in your sites told about the sum of rapes and antisocial acts in our country. But as you told, a lot of people are there who are following a good culture in our country. But as I think culture can't make a good person for the society, then these rapes and antisocial acts are in a higher place. But as also the one told, there are a lot of countries with the culture, USA, England and Japan, but unfortunately you told there are a lot of rapes and antisocial acts. Then we can understand how if this greatest country can make a bad person like that, how this poor country make a bad person like that.
Actually, in education, Nadevmani told that they teach us about our body and everything. But as you can remember, I don't know if you can remember, but in grade 8 and 9, you were taught about culture in your civics subject. So I think that education is not only something
Civic subject is
based on
given to the education for a part of our life, and we also can improve our life to this higher place by using this education and books and the theories.
Before your team members told,
You can ask it from my team members. There are a lot of team members.
I'm asking, why are you jumping?
I didn't jump and talk. You asked me that. You always.
Then just give the answer to him.
But he was talking to me.
Yes, he
But
was.
he- I-
And you are the one who talk suddenly. Why he is so talking?
But he was looking at me.
Yes, he was looking at you.
He didn't want to look at me. There are a lot of members.
But he wanted to ask that question from you. That's why he asked.
But I can't give the things which are mentioned by my team members. He has to ask them from me. Then
Ask.
Some people think when we are following the following education is better than following culture. But when we are following culture, we can get good qualities like respecting leadership, respecting others, and how to talk with others and build up our interpersonal relationship. But when we are following education, but we sometimes some people are fighting because of their marks, because of their education level. But when we are learn how to use our culture correctly, then we can make good intersocial activities. Then we can minimize antisocial activities. What do you think about it?
In education also we learn many good qualities. In civic, I think you also learn it. We know about in federalism of grade 8 we learn about the features of the democratic leaders, and in grade 6 we learn about the good qualities that we have. The good qualities that we should have. So how But the main problem is it is not practical. In our education system, it is not practical. They are only reading the paragraph and they are giving us questions and we have to write it. Then we are facing to exams. It is not practical in our country. That is the problem. But in culture, we are in our family, we are talking about our elders. We are when we are playing with our friends and we are playing with our cousins. Then we know how to talk with others, how to engage with others. In health science also there are many outdoor and indoor activities that we have to engage in day-to-day life. So then education, it also teach us about the games and the good words that we have used. And in school or the institutions that we learn give freedom to play, and in homes we can play with cousins. I have a question. You told all people respect to others, but our environment has many adult homes. Then what do you think about? I didn't tell or every people are respecting others, and you have to know what did I mean. First of all, you have to listen to me. I meant when we are following our culture, then we can get good ideas about our culture and our society. Then we can how we can engage with others. In that time we can know how to engage with others. In education also we can know. You also know more adult homes are open. The adult home.
And when I ask,
in earlier also we told lots of uneducated persons are live in present. Then that because of that, as a result of that, your adult house has opened. Then I won't tell. Then that's why always we are going to Poland. If we have good culture and if we always follow good culture, we didn't happen this.
Some people do not respect their parents and adults and clergy. Also the educated people, also the people who are engaged in or focusing their mind with the culture also don't respect the elders.
when I asked you about this culture, how is it useful to our human being, you told that we can do a business through that. It means we can sell our indigenous clothes to foreigners and we can earn money. So I want to tell, as you told, this culture always combine with this education, as you told. Then if you using this culture,
I think I told education is based on culture, because in our aesthetic subjects we learn dance. In dancing that he learned and he is still learning, that have so many cultural dances, and it is only there is only cultural things.
Yes, traditional song. Yes,
traditional dance cultural.
You have to know differences about it.
Then I know about
Then why are you asking?
Just when we get only culture, we can't make a perfect and because of the knowing about the culture and the
Can you name one negative thing that culture does on a person?
Yes.
Then tell me.
it makes when you think of a child in small age, we put so many bad things
through this culture to that child
What
mind.
bad things?
As
What bad things?
when you go to the temple, they
No, I
they
understand what I
When they go
told.
to-
Just tell me what are the bad things that included
that's
that.
what I am going to tell. When you go to the temple, they not a ribbon, white color ribbon around the hand. So that's based on culture.
What?
Ribbon, white color ribbon,
Yes,
they
why?
place in a hand. Then at that time, that also based on culture. Then at that time, that means that
White
can
color
also
ribbon?
make this.
In
That
yeah,
time
girls,
also-
yeah.
No, in a hand.
In
Then-
our hand, white
Yeah,
color.
when we can understand how your brain is considered with the practical knowledge. You can't even understand the word that we have told. Not only that, as Kavika Mamita and Rudhimani told, he asked me about some fraction and social acts which are between all words. But as you told, the culture must have the all rules and regulations and they must be competitive. But unfortunately, these rapes and social acts are in a higher place all around the world. But there is always governors and government people who take the decisions of these anti-social acts and the race. But unfortunately, as you told, USA, Japan and China are the most and the greatest country of the culture. But unfortunately, if they have the main rules and regulations, they can't even get a decision for the people who have done these rapes and anti-social acts. At that time, we are giving a bad opportunity for the old people, but at that time they also must have a situation to attend with them.
Nadu, tell me that bad things. What you told
At
me.
that time when you go to a temple, we use a white color ribbon, so that also consists of this culture. Not only that, when you go to a mosque or something like that, they place a metal bar which consists of lot of gems. So those are cultural beliefs that make us so foolish. Then we want to stop those things. At that time, we can make a perfect person with this education. Using this culture, we can't make a perfect person with these cultural beliefs and this culture affect very badly to from a small child to a big person. Then at that time, I want to tell through this culture we can't make a perfect person.
Now therefore it is not a bad thing. White color represents calmness, peaceless, and it is helped to meditate when they are going to their religious place.
But
then you have to know why they are wearing white color dresses. Then you also went temple I think years ago. Then you are not coming to temple or Dhamma school. Then I think you are
you can't talk about my personal life because that's
no, I'm very example. I'm not talking about your.
you don't want to tell about myself as example.
Then you have to know. Then you have to know what is the reason you have to.
Why can't you
wear white color? So
why can't you just black dresses? Then that's the problem. That's the cultural beliefs. We want to escape from these cultural beliefs first of all.
I'm talking about my culture, but I don't know about others. Then that's why we have to research about that.
I'm talking about commonly all the cultures.
Yes, but I am younger than you.
Then what I do?
Then you have to, then if you are older than me, then you have to know what is the reason they are wearing white color clothes.
That's what I'm asking. Why we can't wear black color?
Black color means to sadness. So sadness means it's a bad thing.
That's why we want to stop. That's cultural beliefs. If we dress black,
We are listening to the education. Those cultural things are we are learning through this education. So that's the point.
no, we are going to always related to the
We don't have them either. Our original subject since our childhood.
We don't know
It is all talking about the colors which are bad for our mentality and light colors represent peace and the dark colors represent fear.
these colors can.
Then why our flag means so many things. Those colors are meant by. In those colors there are so many things which are meant by.
It can be made lot of parts of the and lot of sorts, but unfortunately, if we think about the rules and regulations in your culture, as you told, all the competitive rules and regulations are consistent with culture. But unfortunately, if something happens with the rapes and anti-social acts, governments and the governors always take the decisions. But there is no one who attended with the culture that who can take a decision or punishment for these people.
in Sri Lanka, the lawyers and government are using the laws that made by British people, but in our culture it is different than.
Then I need to tell you, Kaviskana told about the people who are not following the culture in British countries and the Western countries. But then I told you, if these people follow the culture as you told, they must have a real country with the business. At that time there can't be any antisocial action raised. Then these people innovated and created all the creatives and the innovations for our country, and we got them. But unfortunately people in our country think them as some of imitation. But if we think out of the culture, we can think them as a donations, and we are doing this live program also as a donation which like the British gave. At that time we can understand people who are not following the culture can be a great person for the society, and these people are doing the improvement of the culture, and not the culture, improvement of the world, and they supposed to make a good country and a good world by using these technical lives and technical things, and they want to make a good country with a good persons. But unfortunately if we get the culture can't give these rules and regulations which are education traditional things as you told. We can't make.
It is a misunderstand about misunderstanding.
What is the misunderstanding about me?
In ancient times there was no technology. That's why they enjoy
It
that.
is misunderstand. All the people are not like that. In 99% people represent their culture and they are.
Then we have to face this situation. If we think
we don't only face this situation, and other already asked me that we make money through this culture, and lots of tourists are attracted to our country because of this culture.
That's not culture, that's business studies.
No, that's culture.
That's business studies, not the culture.
So why so much famous medias and our social medias are representing that the culture is our main tourist attracted media.
It means you are telling this culture consists with business and
no, I am not saying that the culture is consistent with business. I am saying that the culture can attract tourists to income us some money.
But to make this cultural plus, they can make some of traditional foods and some of clothes and some of sorts of the culture. But unfortunately, the lot of money and the earning items are given by the nature. We want to protect this nature, but
our food products, our masks are our culture. It means they are coming to see them and they buy them, and after that we earn money.
But unfortunately, you misunderstood the real situation.
What
Then I am trying to tell you. But unfortunately, if we think about the British and the old Western countries, they innovated a lot of things more than us. At that time, we have to imitate them as donations. At that time, we can get a lot of knowledge. But as you told about reproduction as a mass can be attended with the nanotechnology, and it must have the small little bit. But unfortunately,
that's why we are telling our culture is now not successful. But it must be successful. Every people follow this in ancient time. In Sigiriya there was a lift, but after the white came and they took the base. Our technology is also our culture, and they took that and they are developed because of this culture.
It can be a one point, it is British, but unfortunately, a lot of innovations are made by the German. Without innovation, but Germany is the most fun.
Tell me any other wood products. Tell me.
I don't wood products. Wood products can make a technical technology.
Then tell me why Japan is the best technological country in the world.
It is the best technological country, but unfortunately they didn't even steal anything from our country.
Yes.
As you told,
in their culture they don't use fuel vehicles. They only use foot bicycles to travel around their city.
It is not the culture. It is
their culture.
And they are doing that. We can't identify the other.
In past time we use this
as you tell in all the things combination of
Dola. So it is our culture.
It may be what can you do? Because of the people who have a cultural knowledge and we have
transportation and in Japan Japan is the second most developed country in this cultural side, and they are the most developed country in this cultural side. So if we follow this culture now, we can make a good technological.
As you told about but unfortunately you told about the Western countries and the Japan and the South Asian. North Asian countries, as he told, there are a lot of race and regulation and social acts. He also told, if they attend with the real culture, with the rules and regulations, they don't even go to.
That's why we are telling now the rates and antisocial activities are high in more than past time.
But
in Sri Lanka, I am saying in Sri Lanka.
But she told about Japan, it is the most country to Sri Lanka at that time we can't also attend with the Sri Lankan culture. Culture is a very public thing for the whole countries. If we want to follow all cultures must be good. Without following the whole cultures, we can't be a good person for the society.
Even though they, but in you told that German is also one of the countries that has most of developed cultural system. I think it's 7 or 9.
After the Second World War, those all cultural things was destroyed. Then you have to know about that first before you are talking about it.
Then lot of countries which like Germany and England face this situation, and they are very higher developed country, and they did lot of good things. As I know, they have a very small rate of the rapes and antisocial acts, but as she told, USA is the most great country which has the.
No, she didn't tell most.
She told
most country.
There are lot of.
She told some
antisocial acts more than our country.
And that's happening because of this education. Education means that the government have allowed that to keep a gun in their as they own.
These countries are the greatest country of the culture. At that time, it must have a lot of.
It is destroyed by those educated people who are in those countries. They have allowed to keep a gun in their pocket.
But
So,
what is the country?
USA.
That means they know about the protection. Without
They know about and the brain.
when they won't make a race before we can making people for the society by using the gun.
When we
can
want
be
to
protected.
safety, we can.
But you know, we can be protected. There are so many culture paths. We can't be protected. If we can do that one,
there is no cultural man who can take the decisions of me. Only governments and the government can take the decisions of me, and they take the decisions and the punishment for bad person like you. Who did shoot me?
But if someone shoot you, it is not. It is
They not
going about your human right. Every person have right to live.
Yes, all the people have a right to
Then,
live.
if
Someone wants to kill some person without the rights and the regulations, at that time this person can't live in the world because he hasn't a chance because he has killed him.
Then tell me, how did you learn to speak?
I don't need to tell you how to speak. I want to talk about the topic only
Then
topic.
listen to me. First you are reading books, then you are.
You know
No, I'm
No,
talking
no,
about Sri Lanka. I'm only getting example you.
But you can't get me
Then
as a
listen
Sri
to
Lankan
me.
person. Just think about all countries, and these all countries are added with the culture.
When
We can't think of a good culture which is in our country or other countries, but always we need to think about all cultures which are all around the world.
Wait, listen to me. When the first time when you are reading a book, there were like it's festival.
Celebrated.
They are celebrating. They are making
You don't know about that, but your parents know about that.
Yes, they will know.
Then you have to ask. First of all, you have to know what. You have to know
Every person in Sri Lanka
your culture.
We can ask him. Are you
No,
saying-
it's not religion.
You follow that?
Ask
I
your
think
mother.
you can travel in Ayushi, Dora. You can travel.
That, no, I will say, you can example, I told you about Japan.
We only have to face the situation. The person like you don't even think of the creative things.
I was talking about this traditional festival called reading books, but you are talking about Vesak festival. It is related to religion, but it is also our cultural thing. But I am talking about our traditions. There are many parts in our culture. Then you have to know about it before talking with.
But the culture before the reading books according to a tradition, I don't think it is a useful thing.
You also need that. Then you can't say like that.
It's just time reading the book make a successful person. I heard that some people tell him, but how?
You also did that. Then first of all, you have to ask your mom.
I didn't in this game.
What?
I didn't do it.
I don't know. It is your problem. But all of in this class, 99% people and teacher also did that traditional thing.
But first of all, tell me what is the use of the thing that reading books in an auspicious time?
It is related to our culture. It show our cultural features. In Sri Lanka is only country that that type of tradition contributing like that.
How we can make a good person for the society?
When they are doing that, then the little child know how to read. Then before they are going to school, they are knowing that thing from their home. It is also our cultural feature.
No, when the parents are talking, the child start to talk. Then by reading books, how it
they are knowing to talk, but they doesn't know about what are the symbols that in your books and like.
So fathers and mothers in the schools are made for that.
Today we talked about culture, and in our debate we might have talked about some cultures and we might have mentioned some names. We actually did this on it. We actually did this debate on an educational purpose. We did not try to disgrace any culture, or we did not try to create any racism in here. We all are doing this for educational purpose, and we are still learning and we are still students. So I hope you all understand this, and thank you for joining us to this debate, and thank you all and good night.